remember, like I said before, share these stories so we can get these subs up so we can give away more cool stuff on April 30th. It's going to be a cool giveaway. Can't wait to get it done. Uh, One of the guys that won the silver bar has already gotten his. It only took it a couple of days since he's in the United States. The other guy I haven't heard from yet, but I'm sure he'll get his soon too. So share these stories, subscribe. Y'all know what to do. This story's called says the bubble will burst, but the Fed is waiting for politics with Trump lurking around. It's no conspiracy. The music will stop soon, and the economy will take a big hit when the bubble bursts. Even the timing has been chosen. Submitted by Max Salvo of SHTFplan.com. The Fed has been pumping out easy money and buying time with future pain for years now, but the worm is turning. The turn is taking a pause so as to avoid helping, yes, helping Donald Trump and his bid for the presidency. SHTF just reported that the startling revelation that not only has quantitative easing changed the financial landscape in the wake of the 2008 financial crisis, but has been directly responsible for a full 93% of stock market action. 93% of the action was moved by the Fed. That is not a stock market. The Federal Reserve is a leviathan if there ever was one. Even its whispers float boats and sink ships. Easy credit has gone so far beyond the logical extremes, and the proverbial roadrunner has pointed out that we are all hanging out over a cliff. Contracting the money supply by raising interest rates is the snap reaction. But it will hurt, so they are prolonging the pain in order to shift the blame and distract everyone from the real problem as much as possible. Like everything else, it's somehow Donald Trump's fault. This time because the Fed is in a position where it supposedly can't raise rates, markets, and stabilize the economy. Here's one via the New York Post. Like it or not, the Federal Reserve will play a big role in this year's presidential election. The Fed pulled back on its economic outlook for 2016 and beyond. The upcoming election, and especially the surprising strength of Donald Trump, also make it almost impossible for the Fed to boost rates. If Trump gets elected, the Fed will almost immediately be hit by audits that will reveal lots of secret, sinister things. So Fed Chair Janet Yellen and her federal central bankers can't do anything. Like raise the cost of money, that might slow the economy down and give Trump a better shot at winning the presidency. But then the Fed gets boxed in by politics, especially because of Trump. Even though it eased policy in a controversial move right before the re-election of President Obama, the Fed will probably use the November election as an excuse to freeze policy until after the vote. It doesn't want the economy to weaken or worse, the stock market to tank. Wow, sounds like the Fed, which it so often claims not to be political, is admitting to the political weight of its station, which is, incidentally, private and quite powerful indeed over American life. The politics are over, calls to make it accountable, a task which is apparently insurmountable, and the somehow detrimental economic stability itself a fragile ghost. The Federal Reserve power over monetary policy and the power it derives from issuing currency to the nation at interest are at the heart of why Congressman and former presidential candidate Ron Paul has called for auditing and ultimately ending the Fed. Donald Trump has proven to be a lightning rod on all issues, has pointed out that Janet Yellen is likely holding off on raising rates because it's clear from basic policy that the massive recession was built up like a pus-filled sore would burst, and in turn Obama's administration would appear culpable for the decline. Instead, Trump has charged the Fed is putting off in order to avoid giving his candidacy a boost. Nevertheless, the recession is probable, inevitable, and a clear result of the Federal Reserve monetary policy. Yellen is keeping the economy going barely, Trump told The Hill. The reason they're keeping the interest rate down is Obama doesn't want to have a recession/depression during his administration. He added, Janet Yellen is highly political, and she's not raising rates for a very specific reason. Because Obama told her not to. Because he wants to be out playing golf in a year from now and wants to be doing other things. He doesn't want to see a big bubble burst during his administration. They've got everyone at gunpoint, but the gun is concealed, and they won't let anyone looking in their pockets or questioning their moves. Don't anybody get political around here or the economy gets it. The problem with gun control is that criminals don't follow the laws, and the rest of the economy is totally disarmed and unable to do anything about the hostile actions of the nation's central bank. Save the few who have a bit of gold or silver to turn in. This is economic autocracy in action. So, we're the few that have silver and gold. We're the few that are going to make it. Keep stacking, keep subbing, keep sharing. Every time anybody subs, you're automatically entered into the drawing to win stuff on April 30th. So keep stacking and take care.